Hi, we're back with AskBishopZac. We have an interesting question. The election season is on here in Uganda. There are clergy offering themselves for elective office. You have actively engaged in politics yourself, and yet many think religion should be separate from politics. What do you have to say about this?
That's a really big question. I'm not sure what we can do in 5 minutes. But I guess the place to begin is to ask, what's religion, what's politics? And the simple thing to say is religion is about life, and so is politics about life. Because religion is about belief, belonging, behavior. Religion and culture, very deeply associated. And it's about how people inhabit space together in the light of what they believe about the transcendent, about God, the universe, and the dictates of faith in life. Politics is primarily about the organization of community life, ways in which people inhabit shared spaces, they access public goods, public services. The contestation for politics is the contest for the authority and the power to distribute public goods and services. Politics is itself about distributive power. It's who decides who has access to what, when. That's the contestation around politics. However, to the extent that every one of us accesses public goods and services, to the extent that we all pay taxes, we all are therefore political, because it behoves upon us. We must take an interest in how public goods and services are. In fact, citizenship, to be a citizen, is itself a political responsibility. We must hold those who do have power and authority to distribute goods and services, we must hold them to account, because they use the resources that we give. And how you hold them accountable is going to be determined by what your faith dictates. How you participate with others in the common space in accessing public goods and services, of course, is impacted by what you believe. So, at the basic level, to be a citizen is to be political. To be religious is to be political. You cannot separate, because religion is about life, politics is about life. Where it is different is when it comes to contesting for the authority, the power. In other words, contestation around elective politics. So, every citizen, bishop, clergy, non-clergy, anybody, have a political responsibility to hold those to account who wield public power, who have the responsibility to manage society. But there are, in each of the religious traditions, certain dictates that hold back those who are ordained or commissioned. Certainly in my church, there was a resolution made by the Church of Uganda that limited those who are ordained, in other words, bishops, priests, deacons, catechists, people who are commissioned. There was actually a limit put that they cannot participate in elective politics. And if they want to participate in elective politics, that is in my church, they ought to surrender their clerical robes. In fact, they shouldn't put on clerical robes when. So that's a regulation put within Church of Uganda. The Muslim tradition may have different, because they have a different understanding of ordination within the Muslim tradition. So I really am not competent to answer what the requirement would be for a Muslim sheikh or an imam to participate in elective politics. I can say that for Church of Uganda within the tradition. And I do not know what that would be within the Catholic tradition. However, I would therefore say that for an ordained minister, a clergy person, to participate in elective offices, the challenge is this, that especially in a multi-party dispensation in which people associate with particular political platforms, the challenge in you going into elective office under a political party card means you are distinguishing yourself now in terms of membership and belonging, now not just with a religious community which invites or political shades. Now you are saying, in addition to being a Church of Uganda minister, clergy, reverend, I am also NRM, I am also FDC. I think that may create compromise for yourself. And I think that that is the wisdom that was behind the resolution of the Church of Uganda to limit clergy from participating in elective politics. But it doesn't say that you shouldn't. It simply says, should you want to, then resign not only the office position in the church, but actually you are not allowed to put on the clerical collar. In other words, you walk in not as Reverend or Bishop Zac, but as Mr. So-and-so.
Okay. Thank you very much for that very extensive, elaborate explanation. I think many might be wondering, have you considered this yourself or anything like that? But I want
actually, I was very clear that if I was going to get into elective office, to run on a political party platform, I was very clear that I would have to surrender my ordination and simply be able to say, now I'm not Bishop. I'm not coming to this as Bishop Zac kneeling here. I'm coming to this as kneeling here, a citizen, who has certainly the rights and therefore surrender, the audience. So yes, I've thought about it, but no, I have chosen. And since I became ordained, I'm not a card-carrying party member of any, but yes, as a citizen, I have rights to hold those to account. And as a leader in the country.
And everybody
owes. Yeah, absolutely. We all must.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.